I don't know what you filled out. It doesn't apply.
Not in America.
Yo.
Yeah. But here we go. It's going to be Ken versus Onin. Loser of this, I believe, gets 13th place. So both of them want top 8. Both of them no stranger to top 8, but one of them will not be making top 8. Here we go. FD will be our locale for game number 1.
It will indeed. Try to get that mining off right away. Okay, does switch items. Take some damage for it, though. That's just the tax when you're playing against a player like Ken and a character that sits fast. But mining even more, Onin having a game plan right now, saying, look, I really want the diamond, and that's when we actually start to play.
One of the biggest things that separate Onin and Aquila from a lot of other Steves, I mean, Onin a little bit less when they're flustered, but Aquila especially, is the way that they manage their resources. We saw it with Crate Soleil earlier. DeBuzz put so much pressure on that he just wasn't able to get any materials. But meanwhile, look at Onin's stack. It is like 5 stacks of steel. That's so many times where you can just get out of disadvantage, and Ken just can't opt to really do much about it.
Something else is Onin's block placements are different than a lot of the Steves that I've seen. You know, normally you see just the one kind of 3 blocks there. He puts like 1 in front of it first before he mines, knowing that everyone's just like, hey, I know I can hit the 1 block on the bottom and run by. Or if he has it still, he's like, now I can just do the 2 or the 3. So kudos to him for just his block placement so that he can get a lot of, so that they can get a lot of the, you know, just resources that they want.
All right. But yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. Those 2 block configurations save so many materials. And uh-oh. Did something go wrong?
Apparently we do not know what, though. I had to check my feed, make sure I didn't hit anything.
Yeah, did they lose sound? Did they lose visual?
We are going to find out momentarily.
Okay, I see them checking the cable, so maybe it was visual.
But what do you do? Because
oh yeah, time being a factor.
Yeah, this is a matchup where a timeout could occur and no one has paused, and you don't necessarily want to restart because you already got diamond, you have a lead.
This is what's so tricky about like characters with external resources, because like it's hard to just actually have a clean restart like this. Looks like they're opting to restart it, but situations like that are a little frustrating.
Yeah, and unfortunately, look, if you can't get the done, because you showed kind of part of your game plan right now. Granted, it's a solid game plan. I don't know if anything will change, but you know, you were up about 20 to 30%. You had diamond out. You had another one on deck, if I'm not mistaken. That is such an amazing start as a Steve that if you're not able to duplicate that, you might be a little concerned.
Yeah, and you lost your skin too. Didn't get a chance to pick Enderman.
Wow.
Wow. Does it matter? No, but maybe a little.
We are going to find out.
It looks like button checks. Just kind of making sure everything's working just fine. Okay, okay.
Okay, so we got a
little monitor flash.
Yeah, monitor flash, and they were like, hold up, wait a minute. Let's check this out.
Yeah, just one flash, that could be all you need to like not see when you need to tech or something. That makes or breaks sets. So, you know, we want to make sure all the gear is working and like optimized and everything.
Yeah. And how long are they going to play there? Are they going to like play until for 2 minutes? Because that's how long it took last time for the flash to occur.
Maybe.
Did someone kick a cord? Was that sabotage? Was that the game plan? No, I checked my feed as well, actually.
I was about to say, it wasn't me. We're free.
But that's the game plan. Yo, I'm losing. Let me just tap this cord. Yo, monitor flash, man. I'm monitor flashed. We can't play here. We can't restart.
Yeah, make sure you turn off the flicker. Old heads know. And the whole flicker debacle.
So I think they are actually waiting to see if it flashes for that 2 minutes. And we indeed hit the 2 minute mark. No flash occurred. Was it 5:30? Is that where it was?
I think so. Something along those lines. Yeah. Looks like we're most likely all right. Looks like we should be back to business.
It was almost too easy.
Sonic, you didn't do anything. You talked mad smack for someone who didn't even do
That's what made it so easy. What do you mean? I don't.
Of course it was too easy. It was a button check with Sonic.
So hopefully no flash, and now they have a new question. Onin's like, what about my lead? What about my lead and my resources?
Yeah. I mean, when you make it this far, it's like, you know, if you got to lead once, you can get it again. I think that's just how
against
it's going
Ken?
to be. I think that's just how it's going to have to be, Logic.
Oh, I can't do it against Ken. If I got it once, that is the only one time.
That's why Onin's there and we're here. All right, so getting back into it. actual game number 1.
Yeah, and hopefully Onin does not let any of the potential damage or difference bother him at all, because he technically did take a little more damage than he did last time, or actually a lot more damage than last time. Doesn't have the diamond either. But obviously Onin, great player, piloting Steve, so not the end of the world yet by any means.
Yeah, they definitely have the ability to make it back easily, and especially if they get a hit or a minecart off stage, some shenanigans can occur here. But early diamond are as well, so I don't know if we'll opt to use the diamond this time around, but it's pretty early. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Yep, they chose to do it right here.
Diamond, that equalizer, just such a great tool kind of at Steve's disposal, and it kills so freaking early.
One perk about FD for Steve is that looks like Steve uses the shovel to mine, which doesn't really happen in any other, or the shovel isn't using any of Steve's other moves, so keeps the pickaxe in, keeps all the other tools fresher for a bit longer. Yeah, the pickaxe and the sword fresher for a bit longer. And another diamond, so, we're chilling.
Yeah. This is where he essentially was last game.
Yeah.
Just the damage actually switched.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, Onin was at 60-something and Ken was at 80-something.
All right, so Ken has to get through this wall, literally and figuratively, tries to jump over it, tries everything he can to stall out up there, but Onin, they are just so good at just stalling things out and waiting for any opportunity to present itself. That back air, excellently placed, Ken's going to be dropping that first stop.
Yeah. And is it mirror? Did diamond go away? No, it's still there.
Yeah, it's still there, And another one on the bank as well, so. Yeah, we're definitely diamond rich out here. Yeah, it was a shovel that cracked, which means mine's going to be a little bit slower, which doesn't bode well for disadvantage. I mean, Onin can't craft again without using that other diamond, so probably going to opt to just wait for stock, get some fresh stack of iron, and Ken doing something very smart there, hopping into the air so that Onin didn't have a chance to mine or get to the table very quickly.
Yeah, didn't end up making too much of a difference, but I mean, the idea was there. It was definitely a good attempt by Ken. But right now, I mean, Ken is looking a little rough at the moment, 60% to 0, and now 82. Just Onin's looking fantastic. Got another diamond. You're trapped! Trap the hedgehog!
Put the hedgehog in the cage.
The zoo needs another one. All right, doing what Dr. Robotnik could never do.
Yeah. All right, now 3 stacks of iron.
And another diamond.
Actually, it looks like Onin's putting the anvil center stage occasionally as well, just to make sure that Ken can't approach on the ground as easy. But we have absolutely 0 materials, needs to get some iron, and Ken can't really press the issue with that block configuration. Very smart configuration, by the way. Having one on the ground and one to the up and left means that you have to jump over or deal with the first one. And if you jump over, you know that up tilt is just ready and waiting.
Yeah, the configuration, a huge difference between like Onin and a lot of other, wow. A little bit of a tech flub right there by Ken. Unfortunate stuff because you don't want to go down in general, but especially against a play like Onin, who, will play the slow game if necessary.
Yeah. All right, but now a big lead on the side of Onin. Once they get like maybe 4 or 5 units of steel, I imagine this match is going to be so much harder because if Ken does get a hit, that's going to be an anvil or a minecart ready and waiting to happen. And that block actually put them in a perfect position to get a little punch on that spin dash as well.
Yeah, definitely did that tech and then said, hey, here's a free hit. No hit right there, surprisingly. Ken was in that cart screaming for help, and Onin said, it's fine, I'm not going to do anything to you.
Yeah, your Uber will let you out when they let you out.
Great. Just teeing away at that shield. Good little conversion right there from Ken. You are indeed trailing, but you're keeping it close, you're keeping it competitive. And if you can stay around that 72-80% and then get Onin stock, you won't be in a bad spot.
Yeah, Onin's going to be resource poor for a while now because the shovel broke again, so they don't want to use another diamond to craft. Going to get that up tilt to back air. Perfect DI right there from Ken, able to just float right back to the ledge. And see, look for that anvil, no iron, no resources to have access to those options. I respect it. Yeah, the only way you were dying is by letting go of shield because up throw won't kill you just yet.
Yeah. Definitely the case.
This should kill? Yeah, that will be enough. So you get those steel right back. Ken gonna actually camp the block, damage it a little bit, but Onin able to get those diamonds back out, get some mining, and this is still a complete but not undoable for Ken here.
Oh, for sure. You know, Sonic can get his hands on Steve. You're looking at a quick 30–40% depending on which combo he goes for. That one was only 23. Wasn't a spin dash opening. That was just a straight up air. But Ken looking great.
Coast.
At least not.
Yeah. I believe that was a powered up minecart as well. So yeah, coast to coast, still not quite enough to do it. We got another diamond. So now Onin, if that shovel breaks while they're mining for materials, can opt to craft again and not really lose anything since it's on final stock. Yeah, they're going to do just that.
Yes. Okay, and Ken trying to just... What? That was a hedgehog that was... He wasn't just caught. There were electric fences around him as well.
That's it. Get PETA out there, all right? But man, I mean, that was truly untechnical. When Steve is on the anvil, it has such increased knockback, and that base knockback and knockback growth is absurd, since knockback is calculated by how much knockback you have when you touch the wall. The red sparks, I mean, they couldn't get any redder. You were done.
Yeah. It was rough. Onin, a little bit of a kind of a half sigh of relief, but also just kind of leaning back a bit, knowing kind of what's at stake and how difficult this is, and just how much mental stamina it takes to fight Ken. No, he takes so much out of you. Oh my! The weight up there, I love it from Onin.
Yeah, one of the big perks of being able to create your own ground is that you can hang out wherever you want as long as you want. Like, loitering does not exist in Steve's vernacular, right?
There were signs, and he just went and spray painted an X over it. Not for me.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not on your land. I'm actually 2 feet above it. I have a deed. It's all good.
The government strikes again. I own the airspace.
Yeah.
All right, but the blocks are up, the diamond's in hand, and Onin is looking even better this game than he did the last one.
All right, so we're going to Town City this time. Looks like Steve uses the axe to mine this one. So this is actually pretty huge for Onin's combo conversion potential, because especially at those low to mid percents, you're not going to have access to those up tilts if you use those diamonds or don't have the materials to replace it with an applicable tool quickly.
Yeah, but I mean, Onin's mining skills are phenomenal, though. He's just, you know, at the end of the day, always has another diamond. And
or the hands, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm out of materials, but I ain't out of options. You feel me?
Yeah, and I mean, Ken felt that as well. 81 to 107 right now. Ken struggling to kind of just start anything that looks like a lead, anything that looks like momentum. Has just been the Onin show for what feels like forever.
Despite that, though, it's not a huge deficit. Although, like, Onin's been controlling the neutral and controlling the pace, Ken, when he gets in, it matters a lot. He's getting some big damage off of it.
This is actually very accurate. Found that back air, not enough to take the stock. Did put Onin off stage, but it was only temporarily, and Onin back on stage. Roly-poly-oly. Let me get to the other side of the stage. Please don't hit.
Yeah, I'm getting over here one way, hell or high water, okay? All right, but they only have 2 stacks of iron right now, so Ken, it's go time. You don't have too many. Oh, wait, you're still good. You kept your jump. Yeah, it's definitely a time to play a little bit more forward or aggressive. Up throw won't do it here. Down throw does use iron, so Onin, they have to use the last of their stack there. Oh, big opportunity, but not quite able to capitalize in time.
Yeah, that up throw will do it. Ken scratched his head a little bit, not particularly happy to get grabbed in that scenario, kind of probably thinking, I know better, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you never want to press forward haphazardly, but hindsight's 20/20. But future sight is 10/20? No, you're just nearsighted. I don't know where I was going with that, but I know that Ken can see the future, all right?
I felt it, you know, and I'm right here with If we're saying 10-20, we're going with 10-20, all right? Ride or die.
I love that. Thank you.
Using the gold right now, gonna have access to some quicker attacks, but you know what? Doing it just to get diamonds on deck, and Ken just accepting it. I cannot stop this. You're gonna get your resources. I'm taking way too much damage trying to stop it, so here, get your resources, and then let's fight when you're ready.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, when you have so much confidence in your neutral, and if your opponent already has diamond, I guess, but you're still giving them a stronger disadvantage state in, you know, just more options all around. So right now, Onin has their opponent at 99%. Ken coming alive though. Onin doing something a little cheeky on that platform there. I'm not sure what the vibe was, but still has 2 blocks of steel, so we're doing just fine. And Ken, relentless, still recognizing that there's a jab he found, so he's going to be able to take that a little bit further.
And you love to see it from Ken. Gonna need quite a few more jabs though if you want to tie this back up. And look, he's practicing right now. Let me hit some of these blocks. Let me get ready for you know, some of this combat that's about to occur, and just runs through, gets that dash attack. Pushes Onin kind of out or into it, you know, just a poor position, but it's only temporary. As Onin just gets back, puts up the divider, divides the stage with the blocks, and it's just so back and forth, if you will.
All right, another back air is going to be able to find the mark as well. And right now, Onin, yeah, looking for a grab, forward throw, a little bit of DI mix at that. Maybe Ken was looking for an up throw, but still able to survive. And look at how much iron Onin has. And look at, what? The clank with the anvil? You got away with murder, Ken. You're God's favorite gamer for the next 20 seconds.
All right, well, let's see if he really is that favored. Back air, not going to do it quite yet. Onin, though, finally just kind of in a position where it looks like he could possibly lose his lead if Ken keeps this up.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, but Ken, or excuse me, yeah, Ken just kind of knocked on the wall like, Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky, when I catch you. All right, just kind of getting those blocks out of there. But Onin not going to have any iron, not going to be able to anvil, so just going through the Elytra, able to make it back. But Ken still scrapping. Only 2 minutes left on the clock. Logic, we might see a timeout here.
It is very possible. It is on the table, and it is a win condition. You know, not everyone's a fan of it, but to me, I'm like, look, it's strategy, okay? He has that diamond in. Interesting to choose to use the diamond right now before losing that stock, but I actually don't know why, unless just Onin's so confident when it comes to getting those resources. But Ken took that stock, 130 left on the clock. If Ken can survive for, I'd say, another 20 seconds, I think the timeout's going to come through.
Yeah, and you see the pressure started coming from Onin. They're like really trying to get in there. They're really trying to make a play happen, using the gold tools just to have a little bit more faster frame data. And nice variation on that mash, just kind of making Onin work for it. But we got the hit, and with the gold tools, I mean, combos are a little bit quicker, and mining's a little bit quicker as well. This is a speed run, a diamond any percent, and we're going to get it. We got the diamond. We're just going to keep on mining our business, and still a minute on the clock. A play needs to happen now, Lodge.
Does Onin know that there's a minute left on the clock? I'm not sure. He kind of took his time there, and I don't know if getting the resources was really the option. Oh, maybe it was. Did I speak too soon? 55%, 45 seconds left on the clock. 63, Onin saying, forget the timeout. I might just take your stock.
That's why I was thinking they chose to opt for diamond there, because when you have diamond, your damage output is so much higher than any other tool, and that adds up, and that means a lot in these last stock situations when you're low on time. But the up tilt, the back on the last hit of the axe, Onin's going to be able to clutch that one out in a clean way.
Onin, when it gets done, they pull through. They know exactly what it takes, exactly what to do. Hit that chest. Calm down. I feel you. That was rough. But man, you made it happen.
Yeah. And now Ken down 0-2 against Onin, taking a deep breath to collect themselves. I mean, both these players, to make it this far, you have to have a lot of composure. But as a Sonic player, you know, you have to have those long sets sometimes, knockdown, drag out kind of vibes. And sometimes it just doesn't go your way. It's the nature of the beast, it's the way of the game. And, I mean, we still got another game to play, so you can't give up yet. I doubt any of them are going to, like, even think of giving up right now. But Onin taking that game in a huge way.
Whew. What a nail-biter that was. But, you know, you almost wonder, Onin, why aren't you doing this earlier? You know, there's a minute left and all you're like is, hey, let me get a diamond, I'll take the stock. Why are you waiting until the final minutes to do it?
The strategy, I think the strategy only worked because it was the final stock also. Because once you use those resources, like you can kind of blow all your resources early and have like a Hail Mary, but having the diamond helped so much with the percent and swung the matchup momentum on his head. So I think it was something that was extremely smart to do and only worked because Onin did it exactly when they chose to.
Ooh. Speaking of exactly when they chose to do it, Ken finally punishing an attempt to get the diamond. I actually didn't even know it was possible right there, but not going to be able to do it this time. Oh, this time using the booster seat to get it.
Yeah. All right, but Ken still keeping that stage control. Onin, I mean, going for that diamond in this situation is another bit of a Hail Mary, just kind of saying, like, okay, my plan is to get the stock. I'm going to hit you farther with the diamond, and because I hit you further, I have more. How?
We put the blocks up so that we could tech and do an up air immediately after. I don't know if it was worth it damage output wise, but it looked nice.
It sure did. And they got another diamond as well. What I was saying is that when you hit people with diamond, they go further, which gives you more time to mine. So macro level, it is a very smart play to sometimes have an early diamond and just recognize that you can get another one pretty quick. Oh, but speaking of quick, Ken with the quickness. No hesitation on that forward smash there.
Yeah, this is probably the largest lead that Ken had. But man, it was short-lived.
All right, up to go low. A little tricky stuff, but Ken able to find his way back to the platform right there. As Onin, they're trying to just track down Ken, get some good damage in there, get maybe a low impact or low percent nil combo to get Ken to like 70–80%. Anything's possible.
Anything is just like that recovery. Ken saying there's blocks in the way, not for me.
Yeah.
Manages to make it back, and I mean, trying to search for an opening, trying to get that lead that he once had, but Onin making it oh so difficult. And at 83%, if you're Ken, you know you're fighting a Steve. You know that you're liable to lose that stock from a back air or forward air, so you got to be extra careful.
And they just pulled another diamond as well. I mean, something I like about how Onin's playing is that they're not afraid to just use those diamonds early, you know? Recognizing that the way that this matchup is going in terms of just ebb and flow, there's always going to be another one on the table, so why not just make sure that you have the best resource for the occasion?
As you should.
Nice.
I love the movement right there from Ken. Like a hawk just following their prey, goes left, goes right, finds that opening, and takes that stock in. Ken, bit by bit, is playing better and better as the set progresses.
Yeah, playing a lot more aggressive when Onin's on the back foot, which is very much needed. Yeah, and just going for more grabs, going for more cheeky options, things that, you know, you might not think you would want to do normally against a character who has so many powerful close range options, but you have to hedge those bets, and wow, okay, that was definitely one of those airport escalator things. But dang, that force match, will that be enough? Ken coming alive in a huge way, cashing in on all the reads that have been built up in the last two games.
Yeah, Ken says, look, the timeout plan didn't work too well, so how about I just move forward? I just go at you the whole time and see how that pans out, and it worked out. Like, way better than anything so far.
Yeah, easily. And plus, the quickest game that we've had by a country mile as well.
Also, very accurate.
Yeah, so we'll see how this next game goes. Ken, the data download might have been completed. We'll see how Onin converts, because one thing that's true about Onin and all the teams really is that they have a game plan and they have a plan B and a plan C. So they have some depth to how things go out here.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right.
So let's see. Will the depth work? Also, very interesting music choice.
Oh, yeah, no, Persona 3 music slaps. It picks up. It picks up, I promise.
I believe you. I believe you. I'll just say it here for everyone, my unpopular opinion, that I think music should be standardized for the stage.
Even Battlefield and small Battlefield and stuff
Absolutely.
like that? Fascinating take, Logic. We'll discuss that later.
31-51 right now. I figured we had a little bit of time to kill because traditionally, not too much action's happened in the beginning of the match between these two. It's really once that first stock is taken that things start to change, it seems. Ken trying to make me a liar, though. No, you're taking some big damage. But never mind, only hit once. Not the end of the world. Could have been a lot worse for Ken.
Ken recognizing how much lag that up smash has, so just pulling right up and just charging up that forward smash just a little bit. Onin eating some damage, but still in a very solid position. Ken force her to go to the ledge and give Onin more time to mind their business. But, I mean, finding that back air, getting more opportunities, and getting that back air over the minecart. I think the offense from Ken might have been the X factor that we needed, Logic.
Think you may very well be correct. But sometimes you got to know when to simmer down, okay? You don't always need to be boiling. Sometimes you got to simmer. You don't want the pot to overflow.
Yeah, you already salted the water. You don't need to blow all the salt away, okay? You're going to ruin your pasta.
That's what we're saying. But fairly even at the moment, and I do want to see more of that aggression coming in from Ken, because this is not what you want. You don't want to give Onin time to get not just the 1 diamond, but the 2 diamonds. And Ken says, you know what, it's fine. You take it. You do what you got to do. I'll be back later.
Yeah, look at the resource bar. Look at how many minecarts that means. You can minecart all day. You can anvil all day. You're minecart and anvil rich, all right? Henry Ford out here with how much steel you're producing.
You can build enough tracks to get to wherever you live to Supernova. And I don't care where you live.
It's eco-friendly.
Oh, good stuff by Ken. kind of a false sense of security right there, saying, hey, Onin, yeah, you can go over there and get the diamond. No, you can't. Here's some damage. Punches those bricks, those blocks, that concrete away, but not able to get anything off of it.
Yeah, Onin that was a brush with death, all right, because that does still hit. But we got the powered up minecart, and now Onin one stock away from defeating Ken.
Onin looking so great at the moment. Big damage, 65 off of one grab, going all the way out there.
Oh, that almost was it. The wall was built up perfectly. But, I mean, Ken does find a hit, but Onin still has a fair bit of steel. Just one block left now. Going to use that to try and build a little wall, and has a diamond left in the tank as well. Onin able to air dodge through, but has a little freestyle two-piece, baits the movement with Freight Craft, and the mix-up, that was checkmate. Tech or no tech, you were done there, okay?
Yeah, it was put there so far in advance. Onin knew exactly what he was doing, and just unfortunate for